warriors.
And not only that, the young sons of the aristocrats don't want to fight on horseback. They want to win glory on foot with the legions.
Aidan?
What are these?
2 minutes to curtain. You don't have long.
2 minutes. Right, so do I need to get a list of armies? Yeah. Yeah, of what they've got. Yeah, that one from the right.
They've got a couple of less dense ones over here, but
Have you got some more horses right on that side?
Yeah, I was just wondering about that. Can we have a look? Is there
Right
a
on the far
cavalry
side
over
of-
there?
There is indeed.
There is, Rob.
see.
Like one of them over.
2 lots.
Yeah. 2 lots side by side, Rob.
Very small.
That's it.
Rome at this stage has got an army that's a conscript army. From the age of 17 to 46, Roman citizens had to do national service, whether they wanted to or not. And this is a relatively green Roman army.
What we need to do now is find out troop strengths from Aid.
OK, come on, Aidan, we don't need all the names. Can we come back with the information? Aidan's going to come back and impart everything he's learned.
Tell us what we got, mate.
Well, I think you've worked out what we've got.
So
Tell us.
what's light and what's heavy?
We've got light cavalry here, so presumably the scouting party didn't get far enough in the time that we had to find out what this cavalry over here is, but that is over there.
Aidan may have failed to get much detail about the enemy troops, but his landscape recce could have tactical value.
We did find some of the terrain was interesting. We've got a mountain somewhere around here, and they've got a cross at a certain point where it's shallow, and it's a good tree line. We need to use our spear chuckers down here in the trees for ambush, the ones who are experts.
Excellent news. They're using the word ambush. This is, in fact, what Hannibal did. The night before, he deployed 1,000 of his crack Numidian cavalry and 1,000 hand-picked infantry, and he did lay an ambush in an old watercourse. So they're really getting quite close to what Hannibal did.
Tell me what it is.
In the final minutes of their intelligence gathering, the generals must absorb all the information and decide how they're going to fight the battle.
What we should do is we should put half the cavalry down here.
And some over here on the high ground.
On here.
Because this is the plane.
We will send a third of the cavalry there, a third of the cavalry to meet them, the rest of the cavalry is going to go over there.
The Numidians are agile, fast, with no armour, and they're good for ambush.
Well,
so what I would suggest is the Numidians on either side, then, because they've got to come around the back.
So
whatever that goes over there.
OK, we need some cavalry in the middle. I would suggest the heavier Spanish cavalry.
You move the whole of the army forward, and you have the centre fairly weak, the flanks fairly strong.
Yes.
And just move forward to actually bring them on.
OK.
They have got the essence of Hannibal's plan. I suspect the detail of it is not going to be quite so good and may fail, but they have got the essence of what they need to do.
All right, that's it. Your 15 minutes are up. Just explain what you're going to do. You're going to wait till they come to you.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
we'll crush them.
Is this a Napoleonic battle plan?
I think so, because he's trying to draw them in, and then he will pin some movement on them.
Well, good luck. You've explained your plan to me.
Have we? Can you tell us what it is?
And I can't wait to see what happens. So once battle starts, generals back here, you're entirely in control. Use Adam, use the screen, use this to plot what's going on. Watch everything like a hawk. Give your lieutenants orders. They won't act unless you tell them. Lieutenants, get ready to go to your positions and deploy your troops. On you go.
Oh.
Great.
The team's plan is to encircle the Romans in a pincer movement. They'll send half of their cavalry to set an ambush on one side of the battlefield by the large rock. The rest of their cavalry will be hidden on the opposite side. If both cavalry units can be coordinated effectively, the team has a good chance of surrounding the Romans.
I'm fairly confident that this team could pull it off today.
Well, they've got a concept of operations sorted out.
Yes, they have.
But will they have the command relationships?
We want to send one of the Numidians and one of the Gallic troops to each side of the plain. Walking, please.
The key to the team's plan is to lure the Romans across the ice-cold river and into the Carthaginian cavalry ambush.
In order to destroy the Roman army, he's got to get the Roman army to come and fight him on the ground of Hannibal's own choosing. So our team has got to get those Romans coming across the river. And the Romans know that they like to fight. They're good at fighting on a big flat field. And that big flat field across the river is like a red rag to a bull to the Romans. So as soon as you shake these guys out of bed in the morning, the Romans are going to march across that field and get ready to fight the Carthaginians. It sounds stupid, but that's the way the Romans fight. They play to their strengths in a steady, solid way.
The scout unit I want to send across the ford.
Across the ford now?
Yes, with insults. Right. Get them to shout nasty things and draw them across.
The team is hoping their scouts will be able to draw the Romans into battle. But an enemy unit has already forded the river and is waiting for them.
We've got an enemy unit at the ford.
Have we?
On our side, yes.
The scout group's not to engage the enemy yet. If the enemy comes over, draw them back.
The team recalls their scout troop. But will that brief standoff be enough to draw the Romans to battle? As the Carthaginian infantry and elephants start to deploy in the centre, the cavalry move towards their positions on both sides of the battlefield, ready for their double ambush.
Can we zoom back and see what the enemy's doing at the ford, please?
The Roman army has taken the bait and is on the move.
See, he's coming across.
Both leaders have very strong personal motivations. Longus, he's in the 11th month of his 12-month tenure as consul. He needs this battle if he's to be remembered with fame and glory. Hannibal has grown up with a hatred of Rome. Hatred of Rome was nurtured in him as a boy because of the humiliation that Carthage received in the First Punic War. And it's said that his father made Hannibal swear as a child never to be a friend to Rome.
As the legions move towards the battlefield, the team have not yet completed their troop deployment. Outnumbered and on enemy soil, they have little room for error.
It's critically important before the enemy arrive that you get your troops into the position you want them to be and use this time now to do that. Don't
Ron, how are we doing with the troops?
They're going forward.
There's
Ronnie?
Cavalry moving there. Can you see it? We've got the two sets of cavalry going by the rock, but we've got cavalry going to the other side, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
You mean this side?
Yes, that side. Where do you want it hiding?
On the slope, just behind those trees on this side.
On the slope, just behind the trees. So
those trees up on the top corner?
Yep.
On the top, yeah.
Let's see what the troops are doing at the ford. Can we go and have a look at the ford?
Because Hannibal didn't have this.
Hannibal didn't have what? Oh no, what we've got. They're almost across.
They're sloshing through the river. You're estimating chest deep.
I think something like that. The river's in spate, isn't it?
So it's cold, it's unpleasant, but it's something that a Roman army can do. They can cross a river, they have a procedure for it, they're able to do it in an orderly fashion.
With the Romans ready in battle formation, the team are still fine-tuning their ambush.
Aid, see the cavalry's moving up towards the rock. Yeah. Get them to go behind the trees, but not behind the rock.
Okay.
So all they have to do is ride through the trees rather than around the rock. We're going to have to start moving some of these.
Yeah, let's bring his stuff across.
Right.
The cavalry. The cavalry's come across that side, hasn't it?
Look at that line
the first
there.
action should be is to destroy that cavalry.
Right. Let's get these over here.
Aidan, can you push the Spanish cavalry to the Numidians on that right-hand side?
All of it?
Yes.
Believing that all the Roman cavalry is concentrated on one side, the generals have made their first change to their battle plan. They've decided to reinforce their right-hand ambush with their Spanish cavalry. It's a bold move, but the team are counting on the surprise attack being decisive.
Look what they've done here. In this little fold in the ground, just where Mago might have laid his ambush.
Absolutely. Hannibal's younger brother.
Our team, our Carthaginians, have laid an ambush.
Yeah. Perfect.
They're screened by the ground, so they have high ground between them and the Romans, trees between them and the Romans.
They've done absolutely the right thing.
And let's see who they are. They look like those Numidian light cavalry.
Which is perfect. That's exactly what Mago had. He had 1,000 Numidian light cavalry. Absolutely perfect.
They've done it spot on.
Textbook.
So we need to take the rest of the battle